long time. Mr. I forgot your name again.
I think I'm just Pat. I'm just normal Pat.
You're just Pat. You're just Pat.
Just
oh,
Pat.
well, Pat was Pat was on a trip, and then Tina Town's bi-weekly, not meaning twice a week, but every other week. That type of bi-weekly. And yeah, mouths are moving again in Tina Town. We cleaned up the whole radiation spill problem. It is safe to open your mouth in Tina Town.
Once
Great
again,
news, everybody.
For now. Hey,
Yay.
I'm supposed to be blinking. One second. Why am I not blinking?
Oh, blinking feature.
Oh, hang on. I'll be right back.
You're supposed to be blinking? Whoa.
I gotta go get my eyes fixed. I'll be right back.
What type of void was that? Oh my god. Yeah, masks still good in Tina Town. Someone was telling me, see, I haven't Googled the news on this yet, but I was playing Civ with some friends last night, and I overheard one of my friends talking to their roommate something about COVID being announced, that it's over.
Yeah, Joe Biden's gonna go up there and say some stuff.
Like they're just being like, it's gone, it's done.
He's personally gonna execute COVID.
Personally executing COVID himself. It's about time. Thank you. Wow.
All right, hang on. Let me just make sure my eyes are working now. Yeah, hang on. Check this out, guys.
No, that's crazy. That if Biden could have just told us that, at the beginning of the pandemic, that there would be a COVID expiration date. Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah, COVID is over party.
We have blink physics here in the void.
Yeah, I can blink now. This shit rocks.
This is good.
Toilet paper will be cured. Yeah, the day that Joe Biden comes out and says no more COVID, it's just going to shoot out of your body really hard. So just make sure that, you're not near anybody else, or you want your window open when that happens so it can just go out the window.
Oh god, yeah, Simone. A lot of people in this chat with COVID or recovering from it for a disease that's over. That's a bit confusing. Like, are you guys sure you have COVID? If I almost said Bowden. If Biden says it's over, you guys can't have COVID. It doesn't work that way. You simply can't. Yeah.
So we got a bunch of gamer shit to talk about today.
We do, as the resident gamers of Tina Town. Actually, everyone in Tina Town is a gamer. It's actually a great town. Perhaps even what Tina Town was founded upon, gaming. That's what all brought us together in this here void.
This city.
We built this city on video games. That'll be our theme song.
Hey,
probably.
Ryan, thank you very much for that gift sub to Doom Quasar. Once again, a great username on all platforms.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ryan. So hey, do you want to get into the trailer truck, all the cool video game trailer things that happened this week?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I've been missing Terry. Been meaning to talk to him about things and stuff.
All right, we'll go see if you'll pull up right now. Let me throw to the loading screen. Stay tuned.
Okay. Fantastic. Oh, hey. This is kind of crazy. I've never seen you on this part of town.
Oh, hey, it's me for real this time. I'm Terry, the trailer truck driver. Let's go.
No, I thought I was like bugging out there for a second. I was like seeing Pat where I was supposed to be seeing Terry. I think I need to get more sleep.
There are there's been some workflow changes here in Tina Town, and it's gonna take a little while for me to iron them out. I was just barely ironing out the old ones, and now that all that old shit broke and I had to build new shit,
yeah,
you know.
But your mouth is looking great, Terry. It's looking very functional.
Thanks very much. And hey, another new feature is this slight wiggle when I'm chatting. You see that? little.
Yeah. It's like your head kind of like pops out of your shoulders for a second. Like
Yeah, I'm
I
trying to
can start
become
doing
more
that
expressive.
when I talk to like, hey guys, today we're gonna be watching a trailer. I
Yeah.
can't wait to watch the trailer from
I'm,
the
I'm,
trailer truck.
there are some genuinely really cool trailers on here. And before we get going, I want to thank Viadotube Mini. That's a really cool utility that helps me be very expressive and
Sick.
cartoony. It's a lightweight Unity app. It's pay what you want, and it's super easy to use, and it's way less jury rigged and silly than the old thing that the VTubers used to run on.
Honestly, I
Viadotube.
might have to check that out. I have some VTubing purposes that I might need that
Really?
for. But yes. But thank you, Clarodactyl. It is a great hat. I appreciate this hat, and I appreciate that you appreciate that it is a great hat. Yes, indeed.
It is a good ass hat. We got some meme shart stands in the chat. We all stand meme shart.
Meme shart? Yeah. It is a very normal thing to say to your friends. Your mouth is looking great today. Normalize telling your friends that your mouth looks great.
Nice mouth, homie.
Yeah.
Hey, homie. Nice mouth. What's this very first trailer? This is Dead Space.
Very first trailer.
Yeah, this is...
Yes, Dead Space.
Let me turn off the music.
Official launch trailer. Intense violence, blood and gore. Just close your eyes and pretend this is a podcast if you don't like gore and such. But the neat thing about the actual Dead Space game remake is that they have accessibility, I guess moderation features. So if you don't like that sort of stuff, you can hide disturbing images in the sense that either it can give you a warning before something happens, or you can just have it blurred out entirely. So you don't have to deal with like the super intense stuff if you don't want to.
Yeah, I elected to play it hardcore extreme gamer mode.
Yeah. You strike me as that type, Terry.
That's right. That's me. But yeah, that stuff is super cool, and I love it when when publishers as big as EA and stuff, who actually have the money to throw around to do this stuff, do it. Very cool.
Yeah.
But we will be watching the gory version of the trailer.
Brace yourselves. It's gonna smash us into the hole.
Gonna smash us into the hole.
I think it's me. It's all falling apart here.
Hey, Isaac. Coming? Where is everybody? Up there! No! This transformation, it's remarkable.
I'm starting to think they might be in space.
People you lost.
Space looks dead as hell.
Yeah.
Our homecoming will be truly divine.
Mike, I was looking for that too when I was playing it.
Now, I've never played Dead Space, but do you think they call it Dead Space because you're fighting dead things in space, or because you're about to be dead in space?
I mean, really, that's the incredible brilliance of the title, Tina, is that it could be all of these things. There is a moment late in the game where a character says the phrase "dead space," and you just point at the screen like, "Oh, they said the thing! They said the thing
no
from
way,
the title!"
No way.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
They do say the thing. Yeah, this was so. I hate to admit how much gaming I did over the weekend, but I finished this on Monday.
No way.
That's
great.
It's not all that long.
Yeah. Came out January 27th, I believe.
That's right. It came out on Friday. And it's mostly so like if you've played the game, have you played the first Dead Space?
Nope.
It's good.
Thus my confusion as to whether or not, are they dead? Are they in space?
I mean,
Both.
there are a lot of deads in space.
Yeah.
It's like it's kind of a it's not zombies. It's like reanimated flesh creatures, and they're super gross.
Right.
Little flesh dudes. But yeah, they gave Isaac a face in the original game. He was just the dude in the helmet, and you didn't see his face, and he also didn't talk in the original version
Oh, and
of
he has
this game.
he has a face in this one.
He has a face and a voice. They brought back
Wow.
the voice actor who did him in 2 and 3, and
Oh, gee, oh boy.
look at him. He's got a
Oh
look,
gosh.
look at that man's. Isn't that an exciting video game protagonist?
And that's true, Mike. They could be referring to like dead space in terms of
That's true.
empty space.
The graphic
That is
design
another
subtexts of Dead Space are
brilliant
not to be
meaning.
ignored. Yeah. He did have a face, but you only saw it twice. It was more lumpy. He had a lumpy face in Dead Space 1, in the first Dead Space. If you squint, it looks like Tobias Menzies. It kind of does, yeah. Another thing that was good that they did is they did age up his GF or wife or something, because it would have been weird if if Isaac was showing up looking like he looks, and then his GF was as incredibly smooth-faced as she was in the original one. But yeah, it was fun, really good. I would recommend it if you enjoyed the other one. They fixed a lot of the more annoying stuff in the old one, and they added some new annoying stuff. That's a good,
Nice.
yeah, that's a good note, Mike. He does look, he looks like that. What else do we? Oh,
Okay, so been a few things out for Like a Dragon Ishin. However, I chose this one specifically just because I think it it's very nice in the sense that it's like, you can expect that you're gonna be like fighting people and stuff like that, but you should also expect, like the little mini games and stuff and petting a cat. And I think that's really a big draw for me. It
All right.
really is.
let's see what we're going to be doing other than cutting people up in this year game. A good harvest.
Oh yeah, Like a Dragon, the farming sim.
Yes. Chopping leeks. Yes, yes, yes.
今だよし
Yosh.
This is important. This is very important. February 21st. That's coming up. That's coming in hot. Yeah, and Like a Dragon, it is weird, I guess, to say that,
Yeah, I think that's a
You're
lot
not
closer
used
to
to
the Japanese
but
translation of the name in
yeah,
Japanese. of the-
perfect trailer.
yeah.
I honestly think that they could have left out all of the other like main gameplay where you're fighting people, and if they just included this, I think that would be great. If this is just how they promote the game.
Yeah, I want to push up some dog friendship meters.
Mhm.
I want to care for some pet. I wish caring for a pet was as simple as just choosing that menu option, though.
Choosing the menu option.
And I wish my cat could jump like that. Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah,
fun side
geez.
activities in this one. Hang on, they just put out a side activities trailer too. 1 second.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. There's definitely a few
side.
gameplay preview things out for this game since it is coming up so soon. So
Yeah.
very soon.
So it's a remake of a game that I think came out on the PS4 initially, but this is a Yakuza game that I have not played.
Neither have I.
You got the fan dancing.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Chicken racing. Amazing.
Oh shit! And they did a. Have you seen the Bakamitai memes, Tina?
No.
Okay, so there's
What is it?
Bakamitai. It's a karaoke song in the Yakuza series that is just it's a fucking ripper. It's so good. And they did a version of that with traditional Japanese instrumentation for this game.
Wow.
Sake Showdown.
Man. Sensual healing?
Very good. Hang on.
Nice.
Bakamitai.
Exciting. Very exciting.
Modest Mess says, I'm growing more confused about what this is. I mean, that's how you should feel when you see the trailer for any Yakuza game.
Where there's combat, but this is more important. Or just as important. Thank you, Virtually Connor. I've been loving hats with little ears on them. Like when I was in 6th grade, I had this bear hat. I still have the hat, where it's just like, it's a bear and it's a hat.
Oh, the hats, does it have little paws on it?
It's like a, gosh, I'm so close yet so far from it. It's just like it has a nose and 2 eyes and then 2 ears, and then it has 2 little string palms hanging from it. And I don't know, I feel like this is just like a very slightly more subtle way to do ears, you know, befitting an adult. Like, oh, I'm not wearing an animal hat. It's just a fun looking hat.
It's evocative of the animals.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Do you like playing karaoke mini games? Have you ever played a video game with a karaoke mini game in it?
I don't think so.
Oh, you're missing out.
Yeah.
It's good shit. They have in Sleeping Dogs, which was like a Hong Kong gangster open world game. You do karaoke, and it had this system, like you'd use the joystick to try to hit the notes, and it was kind of like that funny slide whistle game that came out, or trombone game that came out.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because if you would like go too high or too low, they would actually pitch bend your character's voice to make it out of tune. so you can like sing
That's
Steely
actually
Dan
great.
and just
That's
like
great.
be falling in and out of tune. Sounds
Yeah.
great. Well, that was fun. What else? Oh, Invincible.
Oh, yeah. I loved the first season of this, and I thought that this little trailer teaser thing, not even a trailer, just a teaser, it has like some meta humor in it, and I thought, as far as meta humor goes, I thought it was good, because it's just a teaser kind of a thing.
All right,
So
I'll pop it on. So
yeah.
I have not seen the first season.
It doesn't spoil anything.
Okay,
So.
cool.
I guess besides the fact that the main character lives through everything.
Okay, well, there we go.
Mark,
Yeah.
you're not just invincible, you're also like Earth's best food cooking man. It's pretty impressive.
What? Oh, no, I just worked here. I don't actually make the food.
Next time also, constructive criticism, do not put these green things in here. These are gross.
Yeah, hey, so, did you ever find Urath?
Yeah, of course I found it. Very, very quickly, very easily. Yellow skies, purple grass, and get this, they have burgers there too, just like these. Who would have guessed, huh?
You never found it, right?
No, nope, not even close. I hope they're okay. I think about them quite a bit, honestly. But how about you? What have you been up to? It's been a while. I think everyone agrees it's been like a little ridiculous how long it's been.
Hey, I've been busy.
Doing what?
Well, I've been busy writing, designing, storyboarding, voice acting, key posing, in-betweening, cleaning up, color slapping, comping the whole thing and all that for, you know, roughly thousands of shots. So it's kind of a lot.
Sure, yeah. Although like 90% of that, if I'm being honest, sounds completely made up. But the real question is, when are you going back out there? The world needs more Invincible.
Oh, it's coming, okay? Hey!
Yeah, I know, but like a specific date would be nice.
Oh, okay, fine. The world will get more Invincible in late 2023.
All right, okay, I'll take it. Late 2023. Perfect, sure. So 2023, is that like one of your years? You know, our planets, they all have different systems of keeping track of time. Like, they go around the
Yeah.
stars different.
So late
Yeah, pretty
2023.
impressive.
What?
So,
I'm excited.
No.
what is Invincible?
I don't actually make the food.
It
Next
is
time also,
a
constructive criticism, do not put these things-
superhero
These are-
show.
Yeah.
And I would say more, but I don't want to spoil anything.
Is the
So I'm gonna.
Of course I found
the
it.
animation in this is fun? Is it like generally this? Is this a step up from how it normally looks, or is it usually like?
Just like these.
Honestly, it's been so long that I don't like as far as like the image goes, I think it looks about the same.
Nice.
In terms of the flow, I think it was either the same, if not better. I don't know why. Like when I first started watching this teaser, I was like,
Well, I've
the
been
animation wasn't as it was a bit choppier than I remembered it to be.
voice acting, key
But
posing,
I don't know. I think it looks about the same. It's hard for me to tell though since it's been so long.
It's kind of a lot.
But
Nice.
it looks like
Sure,
more or less
yeah.
how I remembered
Although
it.
90% of that, if I'm being honest, sounds completely.
Trailer animation.
Oh, it's a
is-
little bit nicer than the series. Okay.
Yeah, it's very it's cute.
Gotcha.
It's expressive.
It's
Um,
coming, okay?
I have friends who keep telling me to watch this show, and I have not watched it yet, and I will one day. What the
One
fuck
day,
is this
one
little
day.
guy?
Oh, this is just a game that just got announced, and I don't know. It looked kind of fun. I was going through like various games that just got announced trailers, and maybe this is. I just picked this one probably because it was one of my favorites. Because it's like a farming sim survival thing, but in the sky. And I thought the sky was a fun twist. Uh, yeah, I think it's neat. It's
Whoa.
neat looking.
Hey, that's the Avatar glider.
Right? I just love that building right there. That's what convinced me. I was like, oh, I want to play this. Like, that looks, if I can build that building, that's so nice. I love that.
I want to live in a playable version of the windmill from the Feel Good Inc. music video.
And hell yeah, Smooch the Wizard. Tina Town time.
This is cute. Ugh. That's how you farm.
Oh, it's also invite up to 7 players for 8-player co-op.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Building a windmill? Oh yeah. Connecting some wires? Oh yeah. And you see Pyrocat? That is not Pat. That is Terry the trucker, actually.
I drive the
Um,
trailer truck.
And Terry is a shrew. And a
That's
trusting
right.
shrew.
Google what I am.
Conditions, huh? Oh yeah, and this area looks so cool. Turtles! This really is Avatar vibes. Yeah, so it's not coming for a while, but it was just announced, and I think it looks fun. So I thought it was worth mentioning.
You-
Yeah.
You play a lot of these survival games?
Not a ton,
What are your favorites,
honestly,
though?
but when I do get into one, like, it'll be my obsession for a while. Yeah.
I finally got that. Oh, man. Oh, yes. Sorry. Just looking at the flying turtle again.
Yeah.
I finally got Subnautica. I haven't started it yet. I got, what's the one where I got Project Zomboid, and that one's just like, it's kind of it's not too gritty. It's exactly as gritty as it means to be, but I've spent most of my time in that just like dressing my wounds with ripped up t-shirts and then cleaning my bandages and putting them back on again. Wet Journey.
Nice.
But I never get into the ones like this that involve like mechanical stuff. It doesn't quite click with my brain in the right way. I'd like to one day though.
I see.
Easily the best survival game of all time, says Dirk Pitt Rivers.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll try out this demo.
Yeah.
Make a little TikTok about it or something.
That's a good. Oh, you can steer the islands. Oh.
Navigation. I wonder if there's like anywhere in particular that you can or need to navigate to in the game. Or if it's just kind of random. Oh, like, yeah, maybe you can navigate your little sky island to other sky islands.
That would be pretty
Oh,
sick.
yeah, that's another thing is that someone was hoping in the comments was like, oh, hoping for a third person view mode. Because that would probably help with motion sickness.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I would love a game exactly like that, but like it's like Mortal Engines, so it's like just you build big rolling cities with your friends and you can make them fight other rolling cities. Please, videogames.com, make that. Speaking of video games, holy shit.
Yeah. Hi-Fi Rush. Both Pat and Clayton said that they tried out Hi-Fi Rush already and said it was really good.
Yeah.
I haven't played it yet, but I just watched the trailer and I was like, this looks cool. Like the graphics immediately gripping. Looks fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it's completely out of nowhere. This is the studio that made The Evil Within 1 and 2, which were like sort of horror. They were like Resident Evil type games from one of the original creators of Resident Evil. Oh, it's yeah. We just have links banned altogether, Smooch.
That would be funny though if we allowed links, but only banned links that were from like
our
other
competitors,
video game news outlets.
We don't acknowledge them. We are watching this trailer on IGN.
Not at all.
Anyways, let's watch Hi-Fi Rush. This game fucking rocks.
Yep, that's me. And you're probably wondering how I ended up here. Well, it's pretty standard. Check this out.
Yep.
Music player in my chest. It's powering up my new robot arm. Whoa. It's making everything sync up with the beat. Let's rock. This is awesome.
I think the cool thing about this feature, like having a music player in your chest, is that a lot of like futuristic stuff might be like technology to keep you alive, but this is like something very frivolous.
Yes.
Kind of fun.
And imagine like you got the iPod in your chest, and then occasionally you just get like Spotify ads on it for iHeartRadio or whatever. And I'm gonna pop up some gameplay of this when we're done to get across how fucking good this is.
Sick.
Let me see. Hi-Fi Rush. So the deal with Hi-Fi Rush is it pretty much is. Let's take a look at this. See if they show some gameplay.
When
of
I
this.
think of the future, I think of the Black Keys.
Um.
Right. I
It
mean,
feels
the
like it.
future is awfully hard to predict. Like, I'm sure that people back in the 1900s or 1800s, when they thought of like, oh, what will people be wearing in 2020? It'll be super high tech, whatever. But like, little did they know, we'll be wearing cargo pants,
Mm-hmm.
and trucker hats still. So
Y2K is back, baby.
yeah,
Okay, so it's pretty much like a Devil May Cry kind of game, but every action in it, like every action you take and every action your enemies take, is synced to the beat. I guess it's kind of like Cryptid the Necro Dancer in that way, and it's also just gorgeous, and it feels really, really good in your hands.
Your progress isn't blocked by missing the beat, but you get rewarded musically and mechanically for staying in rhythm. When we say everything moves to the beat, we mean it. Enemy attacks, cutscenes, dangerous obstacles.
is all the music
you name it.
original, or
It all syncs to the
did they
music,
like
creating an
license music
ongoing
for this
jam.
game?
So it's all original, or remixes. Like there's a Nine Inch Nails song, and there's that Black Keys song.
Sick.
But the tempos are all remixed, and they're all like broken up into a bunch of different loops. Yeah, so like you never hear like the recorded version of any of the songs. It's always sort of remixed by the gameplay in some way.
Session of a game.
It's never too late
Help
to
out
start
as
wearing
808.
togas in a
Your
cream
robot cat
color.
companion literally
Trilobite.
hovers over your shoulder
We can
and
start
helps
it.
you find that rhythm. But we also have visual guides to help you even more. We want you to be able to enjoy Hi-Fi Rush, whether you're a rhythm pro or not.
I look so cool doing this.
Chai also gets by with a little help from his friends. Literally.
Get up, slacker. We've got work to do.
Yeah, they have a
Chai
streamer
will team
mode,
up with
Alex.
unlikely allies
Some
to
friends of mine
expand his
who
repertoire of
streamed it
in and out of
without
combat.
streamer mode did not get flagged though, and I think it's just because the songs are so significantly remixed. But yeah, for people who want to play it safe, you can have all of your licensed songs replaced with originals.
For dynamic combos and over-the-top action.
Meme Shard, are rhythm games your weakness?
That's not bad.
If it's all Nightcore, I love
The
that.
answer help was handed.
It unfortunately is not. Meme Shard is meme sharding.
Running around
Aw.
and wreaking havoc all over Evangeli's
But yeah.
head.
I went on a
Everything.
like a Nightcore
You
binge
and your partners
recently
have
where
a
I was just
singular
like,
goal in mind.
oh yeah, yeah.
Taking down the bosses of Vandalism.
Has there been a video game that exemplifies the Nightcore aesthetic yet?
It seems they've got something
I don't know.
more sinister on
What do you like about Nightcore?
You'll fight through ancient
I
darkness,
think
taking
it's hard to say. I think just recently it was just more of a nostalgia trip for me.
showdown.
It kind of reminded me of middle school a little bit. Just went revisiting some old songs on YouTube.
Pieces, varying from straight-up fights in musical
But
minigames
I guess
to
the energy or something.
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
music.
We got one more trailer. I don't think I know what Nightcore is. Yeah, the exact same thing as trailer, but I don't know what Nightcore is, and at this point, I'm afraid to ask. It's
don't
just when you
know
play a song
how
really fast, right? Hang on.
Nightcore meaning.
I'm gonna Google Mario Nightcore.
Yeah, producers speed up the tempo and raise the pitch of existing music.
All right.
Yeah.
So just theoretically, if there were a Nightcore Mario song, it would sound like this.
Oh god. I mean, this is like exactly the brand of thing that I really liked in middle school, though, is because like middle school is when I think I started getting like obsessively into video games, and so I would like listen to like Song of Storms remix, epic dubstep on YouTube or something.
Oh, I used to love that shit. I was much older, but
Yeah.
I thought it was silly, but I loved it.
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Let's.
Good stuff. This is just literally like, yes, this is so perfect for when I have too much energy. My pulse is skyrocketing. Yeah, imagine playing a video game to this music.
It's simply too stimulating. I'm becoming an
I-
iPad kid simply by listening to this.
I enjoy how stimulating it is. I really do.
Hang on, I gotta hang on.
Oh, you know,
song of
wait, can we look up a Nightcore version or any sort of remix version of Coconut Mall? Because I've been listening to Coconut Mall
shit.
so much recently, but I actually don't think I've ever looked up a like remix or Nightcore version.
Okay, there's a couple of results here. Let's see what's best.
Let's go.
This is
No.
no.
No,
Sorry,
this is
you
I like the
mids.
original Coconut
Let's
Mall
check this
better.
version.
That's no.
I don't. I think maybe that the Coconut Mall, the tropical beat, does not Nightcore successfully.
Yeah, no. It's not doing it for me.
Let's try one more.
It's not. Coconut Mall is so good on its own, it's impossible to improve. Fair point.
Oh, hang on. This is better.
This one's better. This one is better.
This is more like just like electro swing though. Now reduce the speed by 2. Says Toilets Paper. Okay,
Oh yeah, put it to 0.5. Oh. Hey,
Now
I kind of like it.
hold on.
Wait a minute.
All
I'm
right.
onto something. Yeah.
Ugh.
I think you know what? My roommate and I can do I shouldn't say we can do a better job, but we're gonna try to do a better job.
I would love to hear your Nightcore remix.
Yeah, or a slowed down jazzy version.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah,
Something.
like the
Something.
what's that core? What's the core called when it's slow and it's like 80s tapes?
I have lo-fi? I don't know.
Something wave.
No.
Who knows?
Vaporwave?
Vaporwave, yeah. Do the Vaporwave Coconut Mall remix.
Daycore?
Sludgecore. Oh boy. Well, I don't want to stop listening to Coconut Mall remixes.
Yeah,
now.
what if this was the new like Tina Town waiting music song during hold screens and such?
All right, this is the Mutant Future Funk remix of Coconut Mall.
Mm.
This is from Nascent. Oh, hang on, it's still playing at half speed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay.
That is fun.
I mean, Coconut Mall itself is just still, I think Meme Shark hit it on the head when they said that Coconut Mall can't be improved.
It's true. It was vain of us to try.
Futile effort to begin with.
We got this new Critical Role thing.
Back to news.
Back to trailers.
Yeah,
on the
Critical
trailer trope.
Role M9. This is just honestly like they don't have any animation or anything in this. You know, it's not like an animation preview or anything. But the second campaign of Critical Role, The Mighty Nine, is being turned into a TV show. And just like even in this trailer, it's just like it's so exciting to just have such great voice actors, you know, attached to creating the project. It's amazing.
I am of the Empire, but I am no friend to the Empire.
I protect him. He's my boy, and I keep him safe.
You need me more than I need you.
We may be heroes that no one knows about.
Hey guys, it's me! I'm here too! It's me, Glorbo, your little friend!
Oh wow, that's cool. They got Glorbo for this.
That's crazy. That's
Cool.
crazy. They added him in.
Mighty Nine, all-new original series coming to Prime Video.
That's cool. So is that going to be in addition to the... Sorry, for the people in the chat room who follow Critical Role, Mighty Nine, is that a separate storyline from the other animated series, or is that just the second season of the one that already came out?
Separate story. I think season 2 of Vox Machina came out recently.
Okay.
Actually.
Okay, it's
Yeah. When did it come out? Vox Machina S2. What about these?
takes place decades later with new characters. I see. Separate story in the same world. Season 2 is still coming out. Cool.
Yeah, January 25th. Yeah, wow. Or January 20th. Really recently, season 2 of Vox Machina came out.
I watched the first season. I want to give the second season a try to see if it finds its pace a little bit for me. It felt a little. The first season felt a little bit like what it is, which is several hundred hours of podcast condensed into like 10 episodes. I think that's just unavoidable. But it takes place in a TV show.
Hard to condense all that. That's for sure. You know, they got the great voice acting, but trying to nail the TV show time limit writing, that's another quest in itself. Quests. Get it?
We love those.
Well,
Well, that's all the stuff that I got in the truck for you today, Tina.
Really? Wow. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing your lovely little truck stuff.
No problem. Anytime.
It was good. It was entertaining, and thanks for the extra freebies of the Coconut Mall Nightcore remixes and such.
Yeah. Anytime.
That was good. I needed to know those existed.
I always like to give
and I still will
customers
probably
something
go
extra.
on the futile quest of trying to do something with Coconut Mall.
I think if you go like slowed down, if you go a little lo-fi, if you go a little crunchy and fuzzy on that, I think you got you got something good in your hands.
And I'm thinking, I know like a lot of musicians that play instruments. So I feel like a lot of these people online, they're just like using the audio file and doing something to it. But I'm like, what if I got people to like play it?
Yeah.
Right?
Get like a real good bassist on that. Man.
Yeah. Like brand new recording. It'll be great, hopefully.
Very cool. Well, I'm going to take this Prime Video out of here, this IGN Prime Video out of here. And we're going to move on to, I think we're going to go to the newsstand. Or you're headed to the newsstand, right?
Yeah, we're going to go get myself a bag of crunchies or whatever.
All right,
Walt
cool.
has these days.
All right, well, take it easy. I'm out of here.
Be safe. Be safe.
Hey, it's me, Walt Bear.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing, Tina?
Good. I see Terry also showed you this IGN Prime video, it seems.
Yeah, we have a group chat.
Oh, okay.
Anytime he sees some really good content by IGN or Prime Video or whatever, he sends it my way and I take a look at it.
That's nice. So interesting that you have a group chat solely dedicated to IGN and Prime Video.
Our two greatest passions, for sure.
Truly.
Hey, I can blink now too. You see that?
Whoa! Wait, can you do that again?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wait, blink again? It's like it's kind of funny because like I get that you're blinking, but like you're wearing glasses, Walt. So how are your glasses? Like smushing?
It's kind of rude of you to ask that.
Sorry.
Speaking of, I got feet
Sorry
now
about
too. People have been asking about the feet, and I got feet now.
Really? And you're willing to show them?
Yeah. If somebody gifts a sub to feet, I will show feet.
gift a sub for feet, and Walt will show feet.
So there's
Wow,
the challenge
didn't
for
know we
today.
were turning into that kind of stream. That's okay though.
Tina Town banned from Twitch.
Feet footage.
Thank you, Ryan. Ready? Everybody ready for streamer foot reveal?
Wow.
Here it comes.
Wow.
Here it comes. Can I get like a drum roll, Tina?
I don't have anything to drum on, but is that coming through?
Yep.
Oh.
There they are.
They're so tiny. They're just little nubs.
Wow. I got when you got a lot of them, you don't need big ones.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. Yeah, I mean, they're great. I can tell you take care of them.
Thank you.
Those little appendages, little feetsies, little pitter patter.
God, it would be so. The noise that I would make scampering around to somebody's apartment would be so funny.
God. Especially if you were like maybe a bit bigger, you know.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking like 10 to 15 pounds, the size of this guy, just sort of like.
Yeah.
Be funny. A lot of little.
Or a good plap sound. Yeah. I see you have this article in the news zone.
Yeah, we got a bunch of Last of Us stories, a show that I have not watched yet.
I actually haven't started it either, and I keep hearing it's good. So
I guess we should maybe start watching the things we talk about on the show.
maybe. But since we haven't watched it yet, we have these wonderful articles from Polygon people who either perhaps have watched it or have just been covering it.
Yeah.
I think. And yeah, so Last of Us show came out January 15th, and it has good reception, which I think we briefly talked about, like, oh, maybe like the next thing, you know, could be like a video game gold rush for TV, where like people are finally realizing that video games can be adapted well to TV, you know, Arcane, Cyberpunk, Edge Runners, and all that. So that's one interesting thing. But then also this article, The Last of Us co-creator says lack of credit for HBO show an argument for unionization. And so that whole thing is because on it says, let's see, what was it that it exactly said? Meep. Basically, he was a co-creator, or he didn't specifically write the stuff, but like he co-created the story of the Last of Us game with the other man. I lost
with Neil
the quote.
Druckmann, yes.
With Neil Druckmann, yes.
So the exact.
But only Neil Druckmann actually did writing for the show. So it says in the credits, written by Neil Druckmann and created by Naughty Dog, but it doesn't. It's like some people are like, oh, well, it's technically truthful because only Neil did writing for the show. But it's also like it is a bit misleading in that they don't acknowledge that
there was another creative force in the writers' room for the
also
game.
Worked on the story of the game and creating the world. And if there was a union for that, if there was a video game union, it probably wouldn't have played out that way.
Yeah, here's the quote. It's an argument for unionization that someone who is part of the co-creation of that world and those characters isn't getting credit or a nickel for the work they put into it, Straley said. Maybe we need unions in the video game industry to be able to protect creators. Specifically, I think the thing that a lot of Hollywood, both TV and film, have that don't really exist in digital media or video games yet is the concept of royalties. That's not a thing that typically you get for doing work on a video game. For a film or TV show, once you've done it, you get your payday for the thing, and then typically you continue to get royalties for the continued sale of that product, rather than just sort of like being paid for your service in the creation of it. So like if you know, if Jackie Chan makes a movie in 1980 and he negotiates for royalties on it with his, you know, his contract, he continues to get paid for the success of that. And I think that goes for writers as well. I know that in the comics industry, certain writers get royalties for the comic stories that they write, even though I don't think those even extend to when those stories are adapted to film. But yeah, so sort of a bummer opener. Does Walt get royalties if you watch the VOD of this later? No. I do not. I'm
No royalties for Walt. But if you buy a crisp taste at Walt's store, first you have to find Walt's store, and then you can buy the crisp taste or candy baby. You can pay Walt.
Yeah, for me this is a merch play. This is
just here promoting your merch of Sporp magazine.
That's right. And yes, that's right, Dirk Pitt Rivers. Most of those royalty rules are negotiated by the unions rather than individuals, rather than just like Mike Myers going and saying, I want $200. I can't do Shrek right now. Every time somebody plays Shrek on an airplane, I want $200.
That would be insane. Every time someone plays Shrek on an airplane.
Listen, you gotta pay for what it's worth.
Also, such a specific thing too, like only on an airplane.
I mean, you know, it's a premium viewing experience.
It is. I mean, what else do you have to do?
Trilobite says it's like a fine. You will be fined $200 for watching Shrek on an airplane. I didn't watch Shrek on the last flight that I went on, but I did select it on the in-flight media selector thing, and then I just left it on the screen the whole flight so I could just look at Shrek's face.
Shrek does have a fun face.
He does. That's why he's been so successful. And we have a fun story about Shrek coming up later in the stream.
We do. Ooh,
but first, we have some more
alert.
Last of Us news.
It's
already
just
got a second season.
Things about The Last of Us. It's been renewed for a second season. That's cool news. A good news, fun news. Setting a good, I don't want to say precedent because there's like other video game adaptations, but setting a good example for future video game adaptations that they can be successful.
Maybe we'll finally get Guillermo del Toro's BioShock.
Ooh, yes. And the show's audience grew by more than 20% for the second episode. According to HBO's news release, The Last of Us premiere was the company's second biggest launch of a series, behind only House of Dragon's debut.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
And I understand House of Dragons did pretty darn well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And but even though the show's coming back for a second season, Neil Druckmann is saying that probably won't be The Last of Us 3, which feels fine. I feel like that story is over.
I think that's interesting in a landscape of where companies or artists, you know, just you know, people need to make profit, right? So if you find one thing that works, you want to keep going with it and run it to the ground until it's not profitable anymore and just keep going with it. But that is not their mentality. Druckmann said, Sony has supported us every step of the way to follow our passions, meaning that just because something is successful, people think there's all this pressure and we have to make a sequel. That's not the case. For us, Uncharted was insanely successful. Uncharted 4 was one of our best-selling games, and we're able to put our final brushstroke on that story and say we're done. We're moving on. Likewise, with The Last of Us, it's up to us whether we want to continue or not. And up to them basically means if they can come up with a compelling story that has this universal message and statement about love, just like the first and second game did, then we will tell that story. If we can't come up with something, we have a very strong ending with part 2, and that will be the end. So, yeah.
I'm curious what the, like, Junk Fu, as a person, not to put you on the spot, as a person who would like a Last of Us 3, whose story do you think you'd like to see continued? Do you want to see Abby and the little kid, or do you want to follow Ellie?
Trilobite Agent, The Last of Us 3. Okay, this looks like the very Last of Us. We can't even order more Us anymore. Yeah, normalize ending stories when it feels right and not when the money dries up.
Hey, who's this fucking loser? Sorry, I just saw my
I mean-
face on the web, or a different guy's face on the website.
Here come the goblins, and the goblin is Pat.
Oh God.
But yeah, I think it's very tempting to keep running with something for as long as you can, regardless of whether you're a big corporation or an indie artist, just because it can be scary to undergo new ventures and create new ideas, but new stuff is fun too.
We do love
And sometimes things just need to end. Like something I'm still so grateful for is that Avatar: The Last Airbender ended when it did. Like if they kept going and just like pushing that show, past the point that it needed to, it could have gone downhill.
God, yeah, that is so cool that they just planned the 3 seasons of that first run, and then they just did them, and then it was the end of the story.
And it was just beautiful, and now it's just like a legendary series that they have yet to been able to recreate something of within that franchise. But
yeah, it is. I think it's like it. I like the thing that they did specifically, where they did a big time jump before they went back to the well to do more Avatar stuff. So like, it really doesn't.
That's true. Oh yeah, Legend of Korra. Yeah.
Like if you don't dig Korra, Korra kicked ass too. But like if you don't,
that's true.
It doesn't tarnish, right? It doesn't continue the story in a weird way. It just says, okay, well, let's just do a new story with some of the stuff that we liked from this. What did Simone do? I just got back from making tea.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because like the Avatar lover in me would love to see, the stuff that happened in between. Like, oh, I want to see Aang and everybody else. I want to see them as adults and, all the stuff that happened there and a fun show of that. But also if it's not as good as the first show, then it just kind of is like, oh, this just kind of ruins it. But
that's cool. Nicholas says there's a new show being made that is set in that world's equivalent of the present day.
Oh yeah, they have been developing some stuff that's not coming out for a while.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it goes.
Real quick, thank you to Ollie Welsh. This one was Susanna and Austin Goslin for reporting those Last of Us stories out for us. It's been fun talking about these, but you know what would be more fun? Talking to a cuff.
Yeah, talking to a cuff. Another big thing that happened since last Tina Town. Forspoken came out January 24th. And this is the review on Polygon of it.
Yes.
And
by Grayson Morley. Thank you, Grayson Morley.
Yes. And it seems like Forspoken leaves some things to be desired. Like it does have some fun abilities. However, they said out of the 16 hours to complete the game, the first 7 hours of those 16 were hamstrung by a lengthy tutorial, one-note combat, and an insistence on interrupting the magic parkour with lore entries, horrible dialogue, sheep petting minigames. I don't know, sheep petting sounds nice. But unless it's mandatory, that's the thing. I don't know if it's mandatory because as a side thing, that can be fun. Cat following minigames, and spoken exposition detailing the intricacies of meat production in Sipal, Forspoken's empty, ugly hub city. And that was another one of their complaints that they used in the top line, medieval fantasy in a bland open world, that the world leaves a lot to be desired and just felt like it needed more stuff. Just like scrolling through a couple of the pictures that they included in this, it's just like, yeah, it looks kind of boring. Like people live here. Like it doesn't seem like there's much life going on. Yeah.
It does look like some some Unreal Engine assets, even though I don't think it is that. Yeah, I think I wanted to like this game. I wanted this game to, and I haven't played it yet, so I can't really make that judgment yet, but I was hoping that initial trailer was just like, stuff written specifically for the marketing that was a little sort of weird toned. But it sounds like a lot of that stuff is in the game. There's an example here. Our writer says, sorry, I'll get their name one more time. Grayson says, from the get-go, Forspoken's toll feels unintentionally absurd. The game, developed by Luminous Productions and published by Square Enix, opens in present-day New York City, a depiction that, even to non-New Yorkers like myself, feels less like New York and more like what an AI has been fed by Law & Order reruns and Tommy Wiseau's The Room. At one point, when asked what she misses about New York, Frey offers up Central Park in Kanish, the latter which plays a surprisingly important role in the game's plot. The script is weird, for sure. Hang on, let me check on something. Is Luminous Productions French?
Another quote that I just liked in the article by Grayson was
Japan.
For a game that so consistently references Alice in Wonderland, one of the biggest disappointments is just how bland Athia is. Athia.
But the combat looks fun. The parkour part looks fun.
Yeah, the combat. Watching the trailers, it did seem like that was pretty fun.
And I like the styling. I like this as like a RPG hero outfit. I think it's cool. Look at that guy looking in the background. Hey, looking good.
Hey, why are you taking a screenshot of me?
Yeah, but okay. So like these background actors, like these background guards, super boilerplate fantasy shit. Then we've got these cool like sort of modern, what you call silhouettes on these cloaks. That's kind of cool. But then the way the character is styled, I don't know. I just think it's kind of cool. I just think it's neat. You got the cool bondage straps. You got the shoulder. You got the asymmetrical cloak, which makes room for the cuff.
I've been really into.
Oh, and then sneakers. Sorry, badass.
I've been really into modern fantasy attire recently, in the sense that, what are ways you can bring fantasy into modern dressing? Because I think someone asked me once, or maybe it was like a question I read online, if you could wear anything with no social limitations stopping you, no money stopping you, not even physics stopping you, what would you wear? What would you dress like? What makes you feel the most confident, beautiful, comfortable, whatever you prioritize? And I was like, man, I would love to look like my MMO character from Jade Dynasty. And so that sent me down a route of like, can I wear a cape in real life? Is that okay? Can you wear like a little pauldron or whatever?
Go cloak mode.
And I feel like this is a good example of it. Like I feel like what she's wearing, you could wear that in New York and it'd be fine.
Yeah. I think I would say the cloak is the thing. You'd need a lot of confidence to pull off the cloak. Everything else, I would say, definitely. I also like this is absolutely like if you had like a really good fashion friend and you took her to the Ren Fair and she was like, okay, and we're going drinking afterwards. Like this is the fit that you would go with. This would make sense.
Yeah, I think so. I think it would even be a little bit, if you're going to the Ren Fair and you have a fashionable friend, I think it would be even more than that, though. No chance your fashionable friend would wear sneakers to a Ren Fair.
I mean, if you're walking around a lot, right? Like, there's going to be...
I don't know. Okay, this is me just speaking from personal experience. Oftentimes, I'm bragging here, I'm considered a fashionable friend. And I have not statistics, but qualitative data to back this up.
Okay.
And that is simply that when superlatives are given out, like in my senior class orchestra speech and debate, I always won the superlative for most fashionable. So okay, I wore 4-inch heels with the back heel cut off to a Renaissance festival.
What?
Because because I wanted to be like a fawn satyr person, so those were my hooves.
Oh my god.
And my feet, I think that's very unhealthy. Don't do that, guys. Because I think for the next day after, I think I like couldn't feel my toes or something. I think there were problems with my feet. It was a problem, but the commitment there. I just can't imagine wearing sneakers to a Ren fair and being committed to your costume. You know?
That's fair. Maybe a cool boot would have punched this up a little. Maybe some sort of an athletic boot to help sort of both fit into the world. But okay, if we're talking about the Ren fair, yes, maybe you can get a little sillier with the footwear. But if you're running around in a world that's not exactly Earth, fighting freaking dragons, you need the sneakers. You need the sneakers, or you need some sort of athletic boot, a jean boot. Says.
That's fair. That's fair.
So,
I mean, how athletic are boots? Like, do people ever go to the gym in boots?
I mean, people fight wars in boots.
Right. So it's like, why don't people, if people can fight wars in boots, why don't we go to the gym in boots?
That's a great question, Tina. I think we just figured it out. Why don't we wear boots to the gym?
Will I be kicked out of the gym if I try to wear boots?
I mean, I did see like 10 years ago now, I saw a guy at the gym wearing an Armani t-shirt and ankle boots, just doing curls with like 10-pound dumbbells.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I think he had like snakeskin ankle boots, Armani t-shirt, chain on, doing curls with the tiniest fucking dumbbells I've ever seen. That was a meme chart.
Trilobite, that's a good point. If you wear heavy enough boots, it becomes like weight training.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Wear armor to the gym, and then, you know, you're just making everything a lot harder.
Protest Kid says combat boots and basketball shorts makes you look like a GTA Online character.
That's fine. Looking like a GTA Online character is fine.
Yeah, I like to look like a computer system in a video game, which is like mixing and matching parts to create variety in NPCs.
Yeah.
Zoinks.
Oh gosh, guys. Oh gosh. Oh golly. This is Velma. You guys have heard of Velma, and if you have heard of it, you've probably heard of its horrible reception. Oh, Jinkies is right.
Here's the thing. I feel like we've already forgotten about this. As I put this up on my screen after being on vacation for a week, I'm like, this feels like a lifetime ago. Have we moved on?
Yeah. I mean, let me see. I mean, it has been a minute. Velma came out January 12th. I included it because our last Teen in Town, I think, was January 10th. So
that's right.
Just barely missed the cutoff.
Just whiffed
it. But yeah, so it's been a minute, but also like kind of recent. And yeah, it just had such horrible reception, I think, because the characters were poorly written. You know, like cartoons. It's okay to have some caricature-y characters, but they were just very unlikable, I think, is what a lot of people said.
Yeah, it's...
and
go ahead, sorry.
Oh, yeah, they were just like one note, not one note in an interesting way, and the social commentary felt very forced, miserably cynical.
Yeah, I remember the screenshot that I saw about the comedians being scared to tell the truth these days or something.
Yeah, no, it's so funny how I think I saw a meme where it was like, you know, the round table thing of all the people putting in their swords, and it was like leftists, conservatives, and like a bunch of other people, and then in the center all hating the Velma show.
Well, it's one of those things where like a big chunk of the online spectrum was gonna hate this show, whether it was good or bad, simply because Velma looks like this now.
Yeah,
which is a bummer, and sucks. And then it sucks that the show also sucks.
yeah, you know, because it's like, honestly, the fact that they didn't include Scooby-Doo that might seem like a major dinger to some people and be like, oh, you don't have the dog. What's the point if you don't have the dog? But honestly, like if it was written well, it could have been a fun show, like having a modern, more adult take on Scooby-Doo. I think I could have enjoyed that. But yeah.
This is a good point of reference for a show that I hear actually has done this thing very well. Actually, also once again, thank you, Joshua Rivera, for writing this. So this is sort of an explainer about what it is, and this one's so it's like Harley Quinn. Yes, Harley Quinn is a good reference point tonally. It's not as violent or off kilter as those Gotham City super criminals, but it is a silly murder mystery. Velma is similarly interested in using its characters to make sincere yet funny exploration of queerness, what it looks like when radically different characters come together. And I hear the Harley Quinn show does a pretty good job at this. Better than Scoobert Doo did. And here's another very important thing. How dare they invalidate a pup named Scooby-Doo? Velma is doing its own thing with a new take on the characters. So this is they have not brought Scooby-Doo to a farm upstate. He lives on.
Yeah. So
God, Adventure Bros was so good. Epic Zoom.
And Epic Zoom. Yeah, now we're going to talk about Samsung. Oh yeah, I bet you guys also have a group chat for Samsung, don't you?
We do. We have a separate group chat for Samsung topics.
Specifically for Samsung. That's great.
We have the one group chat where we just talk about IGN and Amazon Prime, and then we have a second one for Samsung and Verizon news. We share that back and forth just to keep those sort of separated.
Interesting. Yeah. Any Polygon group chat going on?
I don't know what that is. What is that?
Some crypto thing, I think.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Charlie Hall. Thank you once again. Our tabletop editor, Charlie Hall's killing it on the tabletop coverage.
Yes. Yeah. D&D won't change the OGL. Thank freaking goodness. Basically, the quick shimmy jimmy is that Hasbro pulled a little move. They tried to pull a little move where they would basically be taking money from, third-party D&D campaigns and such, making over, I think, a certain amount of money and just, adding a lot more restrictions to this whole Creative Commons license of how you can use D&D campaign content. Because, Hasbro, they have that goal to monetize D&D more. But then everybody started getting so angry and they actually backpedaled. Which I think is great that they backpedaled, and I believe they also they went even further by making D&D more explicitly open than ever before. The systems reference document, literally a subsection of the published rules and lore of D&D, will be moved to a Creative Commons license. So that's kind of great, considering, I think, for instance, with Magic the Gathering, also under Hasbro, they had that whole $1,000 30th anniversary box.
Right.
And when they received backlash for that, they stuck to their guns about it. And they were like, yeah, we're selling this. We're going to be selling a $1,000 anniversary box with proxy cards. But here they actually backpedaled. So that's great. That, maybe enough yelling will make companies not soil the things we love. Yes.
This one's cool because when something is committed to Creative Commons, right, then it has stewardship, and somebody, an organization dedicated to keeping that open, which is cool. We have some breaking news, Lance Hart. They shut down Rumbleverse.
Really?
Yeah, after like 6 months.
Jeez.
Yep.
What? It's just did not have enough people playing it?
I guess so. We have an important announcement to share. On February 28th, Rumbleverse servers will go offline. Players who receive a purchase, people who made purchases will be eligible for refunds. What the hell?
I mean, guess that makes sense. Like if you expect a game to.
Oh, I mean,
Because
yeah, it's a living game. Like the refund thing is like, I'm glad they're doing it, but like it's crazy.
Yeah. I can't imagine like getting super into a game, and then them shutting it down after 6 months.
I wonder what the servers were like. I wonder if it was running slow.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming it was if they did this. Weird.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's no reasoning here, I don't think. Let me see. Season 2 will be less.
Yeah, no, it seems it just got leaked.
And now it is official. Weird.
Well.
Hey.
Wheel. Oh yeah,
Oscars.
okay, Oscar nominations. So there's a neat little thing about this year's Oscar nominations. But first off, I'm gonna say something that's really embarrassing. Please, guys, don't make fun of me, at least to my face. You can make fun of me after the stream, okay? Okay. I have not seen a single movie on this Oscar noms list except for Avatar: The Way of Water. That's just where I'm at in life, apparently. Only seeing Avatar: The Way of Water in theaters, nothing else. So, the interesting thing about this year's Oscar nominations is that Avatar and Top Gun are nominated for Best Picture, and that is significant because they were the most popular movies of the year by box office standards. And it might not sound surprising, but that hasn't really happened for almost 50 years. Yeah, because you don't really see like Marvel, Avengers, Endgame getting nominated.
So wait, which
for
one got
Best Picture.
nominated?
Top Gun and Avatar: The Way of Water for Best Picture.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, let's take a look at this. I have to admit, I have seen very few of these movies. Simone says, we saw Everything Everywhere All at Once at the Draft House, and by the end, my friend and I were pressing whole napkins to our faces to staunch the tears.
Oh my god, yeah, I really do want to watch Everything Everywhere All at Once. I don't know why I haven't. I think it's like whenever anything is not immediately free on streaming, I just don't watch it. I think.
I mean, you'll. It takes Avatar to get you to go out to the theaters.
I guess so, because like, everyone was talking about it. And then it also, I think a great reason is it coincided with going home to see family. And my family were like, let's go see a movie. And so, of course, I see Avatar with my family. Yeah.
So we got, for Best Picture, we got Everything Everywhere, The Fabelmans, which nobody saw. Banshees of Inisherin, which kicked ass. Top Gun Maverick, which was exactly what it is. Tar. I've been hearing a lot of buzz about this one. I'm gonna have to check that one out probably. Is The Fabelmans good? Simone, do you want to come on and tell us about The Fabelmans? Do you want to come on and defend The Fabelmans?
I'm a Fabelmans defender.
Okay,
Wow.
so Simone's going to hop on and defend The Fabelmans.
Okay.
Defending The
Okay, for
Fabelmans
sure.
with Simone. Simone, just make sure your camera's off.
Then we have Elvis, Avatar: The Way of Water, All Quiet on the Western Front, Triangle of Sadness. Triangle of Sadness? I don't know why that sounds like a fake movie name. Women Talking. Cool. Super cool. Also, another neato thingy is that for, I think, the second time in history, I want to double check. I liked the tweet. An Asian woman was nominated for Best Actress.
Ooh, that's bonkers.
Let me double check.
Who is
Let
it?
me double check.
I think that
I mean, I'm checking Twitter as if it's like, the most credible source, but
oh yeah, Michelle Yeoh is nominated.
yeah, what did they say? Yeah, since the first Asian actress to be nominated for Best Actress at the Oscars since Merle Oberon in 1935.
Jesus
Pretty cool.
Christ, that's so long ago.
It's a really long time.
Yeah.
We are hearing the voice of Simone de Rochefort in the
Hi.
shop now. I've
me.
got her on speakerphone. Simone, what is The Fablemans?
The movie I saw with my family on Christmas Eve. So it is a Steven Spielberg sort of biopic. It is based on his life growing up, being a weird creative kid with a weird creative mom and a really like scientific engineer minded father. Who I don't remember. Gosh, I don't remember. Oh yeah, his father's a computer programmer and he's like literally inventing the computer because it's the 60s or something. And it kind of follows his journey and the power that movies and images have in his life. And it is just like I felt it was a little long, but it's also just so beautifully acted, and it has such a great sense of place. They like start off, I think, in the Midwest, and then they move to Arizona, and then they move to California. And you get like such an interesting sense of all these places like in the 50s, and him growing up as like a Jewish kid and one of the only I think the only Jewish kid in his school in California, and just what that experience is like. And you can also see all of the DNA of other Spielberg movies in it, like the when he finally goes to California and is going to high school, it is so American Graffiti, and I liked seeing all of those like little elements crop up that like make Steven Spielberg who he is. The man just knows how to direct a fucking movie.
He certainly he in many cases cannot help making a movie.
And that's kind of what the movie is about, is how he cannot help but make movies. And in some cases it hurts people when he makes movies. It makes them feel things they don't want to feel.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, important context from Dev
yeah.
there. Also, thank you, Simone, for defending the Fablemans. That was our weekly segment, Defending the Fablemans with Simone. Do you have
Do
any?
you want me to defend Elvis? Because I'll defend Elvis too.
Give it a shot. I
love
guess.
the idea of Simone only coming on to defend the Fablemans. No other movie, just the Fablemans. But comment from Devoias. I saw someone write about it being called the nomination of first woman to identify as Asian American, because Merle Oberon was biracial but hid her identity and was really only outed as part Indian after she died. No link, so Google Meet the Asian Woman nominated before Michelle Yeoh for Best Actress Oscar. And that makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense. Wow. Because she does look kind of biracial, and I guess with the last name people wouldn't really know or anything.
It could be be a screen name too. Or screen name, not a screen name. Simone, defend Elvis. I fucking dare you.
Listen, when you sit down to watch Elvis, it is like you don't realize it, but you have been strapped into a ride from the first second of that film. You don't know where you are. You no longer know who you are. You don't know where you're going. It is a fever dream. I did drink 2 whole bottles of wine while I was watching Elvis. However, I think even had I not had that, I would have been transported. There's a part where
I think this very much I don't know.
No, it's incredible.
2 bottles of wine I think significally affects
That's
one's
dangerous.
perception.
There's a part in
The
Elvis
movie.
where I think it is they're talking about, how he's doing his little hip gyrations and he's gonna get in trouble, and somebody says you're gonna get canceled, and our entire row just kind of let out a pained guffaw, and we were the only people in the theater that laughed. I think we were on the verge of getting kicked out of Alamo Drafthouse for laughing too much. There's a part where Elvis is having a meaningful meeting with like some new music managers. Where do you think they choose to have the meeting?
Cracker Barrel.
They choose to have it in the O of the Hollywood sign.
Is that real?
They go from a Christmas like music dance montage filming a TV Christmas special cut with a gunshot to talking about how Martin Luther King has died.
Jesus
in the middle of a Christmas
Christ.
montage.
Jesus Christ.
It's the most ham-fisted,
He's
insensitive visual, he's white, spectacle that I've ever seen in my life. Every single shot.
What is that word you said?
Ham-fisted?
No, the one where you said it like
he's white. It's when Tom Hanks's character first hears Elvis singing on the radio, and he's like, "They're not going to let that kid play on the stage." And then the tall, lanky kid who's in the movie about cowboys from last year that Benedict Cumberbatch was in goes, "No, they'll let him play. He's white." And Tom Hanks goes, "He's white? He's white."
Somebody described Tom Hanks's performance in that as Goldmember-esque.
It is inscrutable.
I couldn't get through it. I tried. I tried going on the treating it as a ride, like you said, and then immediately I was just like, this fucking sucks.
I disagree.
Okay.
It's a visual feast for me, a person who likes extravagance.
Well,
anyway,
I feel like that's a very mixed bag argument for Elvis.
Oh, it is. It shouldn't win Best Picture. No, not at all. I don't think it should even be on this list.
Oh, this is just an argument to watch it.
Yes. My apologies. I don't think it deserves.
Right.
I think Everything Everywhere All at Once should get Best Picture. But I will not stand for the Fableman slander because yes, it is like sentimental, but it's also really good and it's really personal.
I will. So. I will check out the Fablemans now. You have interest. You have piqued my interest in seeing these fabled mans.
Thank you. It's really cool, honestly, to see him going through the different film technologies. Like he starts off with like all the different cameras he uses throughout the film are really significant, and the ways in which like he has to kind of get them as gifts and like what he does with them, and the movies that he's shooting when he's a teenager are so cool. They kind of show his process of making movies like in the desert with his friends in Arizona, and it's just like, man, this is fun. This is really fun and indulgent and beautiful.
All right,
so
I'm back on board. I would love to watch a movie about creativity and making little movies
in the desert
stuff.
too.
In the desert. The desert rocks. Anything else on this list you'd like to defend before you leave, Simone?
Wait, they made an All Quiet on the Western Front movie this year?
Yeah. Apparently it is not liked by Germans.
I was gonna say, huh? Okay. Nope, nothing else on the list that I have. Everything Everywhere All at Once should get it because it's just an incredible feat of storycraft and editing and directing and acting and everything.
Incredible feat.
So, yeah, feet. Now think about feet. Okay, MILF Manor. Psychic damage. I just took psychic damage from remembering episode 1 of MILF Manor. I have to go now.
Bye.
Do you guys need me anymore?
No, you're good. Bye. Thank you, Simone. Yeah, I would be excited for I'd be very excited for an Everything Everywhere dub. I would be pleased with a Banshees dub, and everything else on here I need to either see or I don't give a shit about it.
Wait. Pedal back. You're telling me you don't give a shit about Avatar: The Way of Water?
I need that's on my need to see list.
Okay.
Anyways, we got some best actor. We got a Brendan Fraser. We got an Austin Butler. We got a Bill Nighy. Whatever he was in this year, he should win. Thank you, Bill Nighy. We got to give this guy as many treasures and treats as we can before he passes. And then hang on, let's scroll down to the musical number 1. If that's the thing that they give awards for. Best original score. Best original song. Yes, okay. This is where the bread gets buttered. Natu from RRR is up for best original song.
Ooh.
At the Golden Globes, it won. It beat this song by Lady Gaga. It beat
Lady
a
Gaga.
song by Taylor Swift, and
Wow.
it beat a song by Rihanna. So it
Holy
pissed off all the weirdest stans
Yeah, holy.
in the whole world, and now they all have their targets set on RRR, and now RRR needs another dub. We need another dub. The Lady
Needs
Gaga song
another
was
dub
very
to
good.
put them
Nicholas.
in their place.
Let me see if there's anything else I care about. No. You want to talk about M&M's spokes candies?
Oh yeah. I don't know. This is just like I didn't know it was. I think it's important to inform the people. Okay, guys. And personally, I just saw the original tweet about like, oh, we're decommissioning the mascot candies, kind of a thing, and I didn't know it was a joke. Maybe I'm bad at reading tone or sarcasm or telling that things are a joke, but I thought it was serious. So it's important that you guys know that they're not actually replacing the candies due to them being controversial. It's actually not that.
Sorry. Smooch the Wizard says Tucker Carlson wants to have sex with the green M&M too badly, and Meme Shark says, "Get in line, Tucker." Yeah, I mean, the problem that you're addressing, Tina, is that we live in a world where it is now impossible to tell the difference between things that are jokes and things that are simply reality.
Yeah, because things, I don't know. I feel like some things that you think are fake are real, and then some things that you think are real are fake. But yeah, if you click on the thing that says, where is it? Oh my god, I lost the tab now. I lost the freaking tab. I think if you click on Monday, it'll bring it to the tweet that says, America, let's talk. In the last year, we've made some changes to our beloved spokes candies. We weren't sure if anyone would even notice. And some of those changes, you know, like removing the heels from the green M&M, making her slightly less sexy. And we definitely didn't think it would break the internet. But now we get it. Even a candy's shoes can be polarizing, which was the last thing M&M's wanted since we're all about bringing people together. Therefore, we have decided to take an indefinite pause for the spokes candies. In their place, we are proud to introduce a spokesperson America can agree on, the beloved Maya Rudolph. We are confident Miss Rudolph will champion the power of fun to create a world where everyone feels they belong. Now, in hindsight, I can totally read the sarcasm in this.
Specifically name dropping Maya Rudolph in there, who's a very funny person.
Yeah, and saying the beloved Maya Rudolph. Like, I'm like, okay, this is clearly a joke. But when I first read it, I think I just skimmed it and I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, they're getting rid of the spokes candies, whatever. Yeah. But it was a PR stunt! Of course it was!
We got all these spokes candies here on my screen. Let's say one gotta go.
One gotta go.
Yeah, well, let's do a
The orange one.
The orange one, yeah, he's very nervous. He has bad vibes.
This is like Among Us, like voting off the airship.
Yeah, these are the crewmates. Which of these guys is striking you as maybe a little sus? And did you see any of these guys venting?
Ryan says Blue was the last to arrive. He can go first.
That's true.
Yeah, Busthead Virtually Connor says vote orange. A couple people say vote red.
A lot of people.
Modest Mouse says Blue is a creep. If Blue is a creep, then I was voting simply off of appearance, and like the orange one is just like very not giving me anything. So
is the blue?
I was like,
is he a peanut butter M&M? Is that what he's got inside him? Because if that is the case, I would love to eject him directly into my mouth.
I think the yellow one and the blue one are peanut butter M&Ms.
Well, there's peanut and there's peanut butter. There's two. The yellow one I think is a peanut M&M.
Oh, right. Well, I don't know. I think they're both peanut M&Ms.
So they're
Orange
both not
is peanut
safe.
butter, and then yellow and blue are peanut.
I think orange is the kind with the crisp rice inside.
Oh.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
I find orange relatable. You know, the more I'm looking at orange, the more I'm realizing, yeah, you know, maybe orange shouldn't be voted off. Let's vote off blue.
All right, blue.
Blue.
You fired.
You got it. Bye-bye. Off the airship.
And everyone else is happy now.
Orange is the introvert of the group. So true. We can't vote off orange simply because orange is quiet.
That's true.
Of course.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Hey, Fortnite.
Oh yeah, Fortnite. If you've been around Polygon for a while, you might know that we like Fortnite, and we were very invested in the Dragon Ball release collaboration. So now they have more Dragon Ball people available, so maybe we'll have to play Fortnite at some point, either on our own or on stream to check this out maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I remember during the event someone wished that they could play like Gohan or something, or someone else. I forget.
I sighed when I saw this news, not because I was upset. Well, yeah, because I was like, I bought the Xenomorph skin like a week ago, and I was like, okay, I really need to stop buying Fortnite skins. I really need to stop. And then I see that they're giving us Piccolo, and I'm like, I gotta buy Piccolo. I gotta have Piccolo.
you think you're done, and then they just release a new one, and you're like, oh, well, this one I have to.
That's how they get you.
That's how they get you. They keep releasing new things. Yeah.
Take a look at
Man.
them. Oh, they look great. It's a good Piccolo skin.
Yeah.
I don't feel strongly enough
cool.
about Gohan to pay for a Gohan, but I do dearly love Piccolo. Oh my god, and he's got the train. Okay, he looks like he starts with the weighted training armor on, and then he levels up, and it comes off just like on the show when he says, "I've been wearing my training armor this whole time." He doesn't laugh like that. Oh man.
Yeah. More money to spend. It's fine.
Have you bought any skins yet?
What's life without spending money? And I haven't bought a skin since the Goku skin, actually. Yeah. I think I just bought, like, when I first started playing Fortnite, I just wanted to find one skin that I just love, and that was the, like, robot girl skin.
Yeah.
Thing that I always use with the black hair and stuff. And then I hadn't bought a skin since the Goku one, honestly. Yeah.
It's okay. I mean, Goku is a good first and last.
First and last, yeah.
My one, my only, my first, my last Goku.
So we promised y'all Shrek. We're giving y'all Shrek, but maybe not in the way that you want. We have a really intelligently smart written, probably definitely true article written by Patrana.
Yes.
Which is that Shrek is dead in Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. And I was just talking about how I don't go see movies, but my roommates just actually asked me if I want to see Puss in Boots: The Last Wish in theaters tonight, since they have like a $5 movie thing on Tuesdays. So I'm gonna go see this, and I'll let you know if he's dead. But yeah, so okay, so is Shrek in Puss in Boots: The Last Wish? Is he in it? He is not. He does not make a canon appearance, but when Puss reminisces on his past adventures, both Shrek and Donkey pop up in a memory. Yeah. And then when does Puss in Boots: The Last Wish take place in relation to Shrek? Okay, so we know that Puss must have met Shrek and the gang sometime between his 3rd and 4th lives, which means that he lived 4 more lives since then. And Puss has had a carefree life leading to the events of The Last Wish, which means the gaps between lives could have been just a couple months, but they also could have spanned quite some time. On the longer end, cats live about 18 years. But this is a fantasy world with talking cats, so we can't even really put a number on it. So, the context of The Last Wish suggests it's been some time since Puss has seen Shrek and the others. He's basically in a different country off and doing his thing. And it's been long enough that Puss doesn't feel like he can comfortably hit up Shrek or Donkey when a doctor suggests he spends his last life chilling. And so it either undermines his previously established friendship with Shrek and the others, or it means he's dead. That's what we're getting at.
I was kind of hoping that there was going to be like a sad reference to like the thing that happened to Shrek that was never resolved in the film. Go on, Tina.
Nope. It's really just, like, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you see Shrek in Puss in Boots? Or wouldn't there be some explanation for where Shrek is? Or like why he can't go see Shrek at some point.
When
or
Shrek
Donkey.
is not on screen, everybody should be asking, where is Shrek?
Yeah, right?
Every scene in this film opens with somebody looking at Puss and going, hey, Puss, where's Shrek?
Be in the theater. I'm just going to be like staring at the film like, where is Shrek? Where is Shrek? I'm waiting for the Shrek cameo.
We'll do a special cut of this film for you, Tina, that has a little subtitle on the bottom of the screen that lets you know where Shrek is at that moment of the film at any time.
That's what we need. We need the director's Shrek cut where it has like a side Shrek cam even, where you have the big full movie, but then like kind of like a streamer cam, you have Shrek at the bottom
Live
doing
Shrek
whatever
reaction.
he's doing.
Yeah, he's just like on the toilet for 30-40 minutes.
Shrek tracker. And so you don't know how many years ogres live.
That's true.
However, okay. They mentioned some other characters though that can't die of old age that are still there, like Pinocchio, who is made of wood, Gingy, who is made of cookie, and the magic mirror, who is made of mirror. And they're all alive. But Fiona and Shrek, they had kids, and you know what happens to parents? They get old, and then eventually they pass away. The unfortunate truth of life. And Shrek and Fiona as parents, just saying.
Dirk, yeah, we have a couple people pointing out that the cookie character is in here, and the cookies, probably would have crumbled or dried out by then.
That's true. Cookies can expire. Woo!
That's interesting.
Again, magical world. You never know how cookie expiration works in this magical world. Obviously, when the cookie comes into contact with like milk or water, it starts to crumble. But I don't know. I just think that, when we're watching media, we should always be critical of it and, keeping our minds open and asking the hard questions.
Where is Shrek?
And yeah, so that's just, Patrana wants to drop that into all of your heads.
Thank you, Patrana. What if, this is a tough one to consider, but what if the people in this world just don't like Shrek? Because I was thinking, like, why wouldn't Pinocchio talk to Puss about Shrek? Maybe they just don't like him. Because he did spend most of his life being really rude in that swamp. And, like, he had a redemption arc, but, like, that doesn't mean Pinocchio needs to like him.
I also feel like if everybody didn't like Shrek, then surely at some point someone would make some sort of diss or reference to him and like shit talk him. But you can't speak ill about the dead. So.
Okay. Yeah, you're getting me on board.
Yeah.
Rip Shrek.
It's a good theory. Rip Shrek. Don't go watch Puss in Boots if you're expecting to see Shrek. Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah, that is it.
That's all the news that we had.
Boop. Beep. Everyone wants to forget Shrek, but not us. That's why they call us Polygon. Because we will never forget Shrek.
We stay remembering Shrek.
Our name sounds like it has nothing to do with Shrek. But the name Polygon is actually it's evocative of the fact that we left out the word Shrek in the word Polygon. So it's kind of like pointing out like everyone's forgetting about Shrek.
The P
just
stands
like how
for
we don't have the word Shrek in Polygon.
Professional ogre likers. Yeah. Go off.
Professional
nerds.
ogre likers. Yeah, go off.
Nerds.
Nerds. Where is Shrek Apologist? Oh my god. So true.
Did I properly spell? Yeah, I spelled poly. Okay, cool. We did it. We have one more Sego. Let me roll on over to that. Let's hit the loading screen. We'll be back. Hello. Uh-oh. I'm having some problems.
What sort of problem? Oh, this sort of problems.
Yeah, let me fix this.
There's also a skeleton here.
Oh no,
just
yeah, he lives
vibing
here
near
now.
my head. Is that always here? Squishington?
Yep, he lives here. That's my friend.
He lives here? Oh, okay. That's nice. That's nice.
I gotta do a thing. I'm sorry, everybody. Oh shit, I forgot to do this.
That's okay. In the meantime, I can talk about
Please do, yeah.
I can talk about I don't know. I'm gonna go see Puss in Boots, and I'm gonna give my review right now before I watch it. I think it was a really good movie, but it could have used a little bit more Shrek, so I'm giving it a 4 out of 5.
Did you see it?
That's my Oh no, I haven't seen it yet.
okay.
I'm preemptively giving my review.
I really want to see Puss in Boots. Me, Squishington Palo.
Yeah, I think that you should go see Puss in Boots. And I'm starting to think that we need some review sites that review things before we've seen it.
I agree.
Yeah.
I also want to see
that's
that.
kind of like.
Go ahead.
Oh, I feel like that's almost kind of like Twitter or social media sometimes, where people are just commenting on things without actually having seen it. They just like look at the thumbnail or like the headline or the picture, and then all of a sudden they're like typing, like a thread about it.
Yeah.
And and just like assuming what it's about. I think that's what it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would love to do that.
Yeah.
And all my opinions, they're gonna be real negative.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I
We need
can't
a bit more
believe
negativity.
they're ruining the Burger King Kids Club like this with a senseless reboot.
Oh my god.
Burger King Kids Club's gone woke. Gonna go broke.
Gonna go woke, gonna go broke.
What up? I'm back here. I'm normal now.
Yeah, awesome. Good to have you here. Welcome. Or why am I saying welcome when I'm entering your space? This doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah, you're coming to my old pile of socks, which something happened to it, and I'm gonna fix it before the next time you come over. But
thank you for letting me chill by your pile of socks.
No problem. It's mostly just a stink pile right now because the socks aren't totally visible. Hey, before we get into the it factor, which is what this segment is, and I tell you what the topic is this week, do you want to tell people what the it factor is?
The it factor is when every game needs an it factor. And sometimes you can tell what the game's it factor is, but other times you got to dive deep into it and figure it out. So the it factor, you pick a game and then you figure out what their it factor is. I don't know what it is, but it's something. And then you can decipher exactly how good the game is simply based on that one factor. It's a new way of methodically grading video games. I think a new, developing train of thought, ideology that I personally love.
All right. So what is, I tell you today's it factor, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So today's it factor is how Forspoken is Forspoken.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Thank you for mentioning that. Speech and spoken. What is it to mean spoken? Spoken is the past tense of speak, and speak is the action of speech. And there are words in Forspoken. Contrary to popular belief, Forspoken is a game with words in it. Too many words, actually, if you think about it. Like, the game is called Forspoken because you spend at least 4 hours just hearing them spoken. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you sometimes you're like, man, could you just not spoke? Can you please stop spoking? Because the cuff has been called annoying. Just like, which I'm starting to think, is that go spoke, go broke? Thank you.
Perfect. Yeah.
Thank you. That's what I've been thinking this whole time.
What does Forspoken mean, just normally?
Forspoken meaning. I don't know is it a word?
Is it a word?
Like a real word?
Hang on. Forspoken
Past
comparative.
participle of forspeak.
Forspeak. So forspeaking is like, so that means like saying something ahead of when it happens, right? So I forspoke that we would have a good harvest this year, and look, it rained. I was right.
Interesting. Its most relevant use, forspeak. Wait, a synonym for bewitch. Oh, that's in the game though. But forspoken to attract and fascinate, enchant, to cast a spell over, which makes sense because the game has magic in it. So if we're talking about forspoken, forspeak meaning bewitch, casting a spell, you do cast a lot of spells in Forspoken. So
maybe you'll
wow,
find
I didn't know that Forspoken meant that. I thought it was just a word. I thought it was honestly just kind of like a word, like, oh, it has been forspoken in ye old times, kind of like predicted or whatever.
Yeah.
But interesting, it means to cast a spell. So I guess in that sense, there's a lot of speech in Forspoken, maybe too much, but there's also a lot of casting spells in Forspoken, and they use magic, parkour. So there's a ton of Forspoken in Forspoken. That's my conclusion. Wow.
I hope they call the sequel 5 Spoken. That's going to be the stream, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, I would give that a 5 out of 5, honestly.
Thank you.
Regardless of the reception of the game, I think that they nailed it on the title. There's a lot of Forspoken in Forspoken. Yeah.
Thanks, everyone. Yeah. Good work, Tina. I'm going to take us back real quick to the home screen.
Sweet, yeah.
Stay tuned.
See you, Squishington.
You know how we do.
Okay, yeah, and then we have Walt, the water bear, and then we have Squishington Paolo, the Squishmallow. Yeah.
Big casting.
There's actually
crew.
some lore that we came up with, not lore, but like I guess setting stuff that we came up with for Tina Town that we haven't even like fully like manifested or revealed. But maybe eventually someday.
Yeah, stay tuned for the Tina Town ARG.
Yeah. I guess we'll see you on Thursday for a stream of a game. And also, if you want to go watch the YouTube video that Pat made on Dark Tide, it actually got featured on the Warhammer 40k Dark Tide like opening screen of the game.
Oh yeah, the
cool.
launcher has. I got jump scared by my own face when I opened it.
Yeah. So that's kind of fun. Somebody link it. Let's see if I can speed running to the Polygon channel. Polygon. Yeah, it's about bonking. It's about bonking monsters in Dark Tide and why it feels so good. So nice.
Yeah. I want to play more of that game. Bonking, slicing, blasting, all of the video game verbs.
I think Tina Town is gentrification proof simply because there's an unlimited amount of space and all spaces are equally equidistant from each other, so nobody gets pushed out. Everyone can stay wherever they want to.
The void goes on forever. Hey, thanks everybody for hanging out. We'll see you Thursday. Bye.
Bye.